When I was growing up in my high school relationships, I would blame everything on my girl. You could give me the excuse of, but you were only 16, you were still a baby. Why are you making excuses for me? Shut up. If a guy tried to move to her, I wouldn't go off on the guy. I would just somehow blame it on her, for no good reason, and this translated for all areas of my life. Instead of taking accountability and admitting that my jealousy was something that needed to be addressed, I blamed my shortcomings on my girl. And not only did that just make me a crap person to be with, it limited me in a way that I couldn't progress. It's so easy to blame external factors, anything but ourselves. It's kind of comforting that the world is against us rather than ourselves. But is it? In the short term, we get to relieve ourselves. My shortcoming, this isn't my fault because of my upbringing. In the moment, we get to relax. Nothing is ever our fault. But what would it look like if we kept with that mindset throughout adulthood? When we complain, oftentimes it's towards someone else or an external factor. If only they didn't cheat on me. If my boss wasn't such a bitch. If only my parents put me at a better school. We wear these excuses as a pride of honor, not realizing that 90% of the population have something to deal with, whether it's childhood trauma or whatever. When we blame and point fingers, we are telling ourselves that we aren't in control. No control in our emotions to the way we react. So then how can we make any improvement if we're not in control? It's not my fault I need to bust a nut. It's not my fault. Not my fault porn is so addictive. I don't get bitches because they're crazy. When we're not in control, how can we do actions or make choices that propel us forward? Without control of our urges, how can we direct our attention to the important? Starting that business, going to the gym. Nah, it's easier to blame a conspiracy theory or the government for our shortcomings because it really is comforting. If you don't like something or your life situation, oftentimes it's because of the choices you made. Thinking otherwise, you fall into the trap of being the victim. Even though I may not be content of where I am in my life right now, if the choices I've made have led me here, then the choice I make from now on determines my future. You can control your destiny, and it starts with taking accountability. Claim back your control, because right now your brain is telling me why I missed a YouTube video is wrong, and you're generating more excuses for yourself. Why are you making more excuses for yourself? I'm telling you, you could improve. Which side of us wants you to win? Think about it, step back and just acknowledge that mental talk. Is it giving you more reasons, more comforting reasons and excuses to not actually do anything worthwhile? Is it telling you to continue your bad habits, let alone acknowledge that those are bad habits? Take a look at that. Where is the self-sabotage coming from? Why does your brain want to continue these limiting beliefs and bad habits? Love.